It's going to be much easier to do harmonics with amplifier distortion. Also, make sure to slap on some gain/drive. We're going to be using the third string for these as it's the most forgiving when first learning. Let's start with natural harmonics, as this will give you an idea of how much contact you'll need to make with the string. I'm simply tapping the string lightly after plucking an open note. Notice that I'm using the 12th fret to do this. Nodes exist all over the string, but not everywhere. Play around to see where you can and can't make natural harmonics happen. The same idea translates over to pinches. Just for starting out, I want you to hold your pick in such a way that your thumb hangs completely off the edge. It's going to feel extremely awkward, but don't worry, we'll quickly adjust this. Slowly inch your thumb back towards a normal position until you can somewhat comfortably squeeze the pick between your thumb and first finger. This is the position you'll want to start with. Notice how it's impossible to pluck a string without your thumb getting in the way. Now that your picking hand is ready to go, place it all the way down over the 12th fret, trust me on this, and try picking an open note. At first, your thumb should completely mute the note. That's okay, just make sure your thumb hits the string and bounces off from a natural picking motion. Slowly inch your thumb back into a more comfortable spot until you hear the harmonic. If you hear a normal open note, you've gone too far. Keep doing this until you are able to transition between harmonics and open notes simply by how tightly you squeeze the pick. The reason we're doing this above the 12th fret is that there is a very forgiving node that we know harmonics are possible. The only variable here is your thumb. Once you can do this on the 12th fret consistently, try doing it on other notes as well. If you made it this far, you should be able to do an open note squealy above a known good node. Now for the hard part. Make sure you're on the bridge pickup and try to do the same thing with your picking hand back in normal position. There are a lot of nodes near the bridge, which you can hear by the changing octaves of these harmonics, but they aren't nearly as forgiving as the node we were using above the 12th fret. When you start fretting different notes, notice the location of the nodes where harmonics are possible will change. It's fairly common to have to actually move your picking hand out of its natural spot near the bridge in order to hit a specific squealy. If you can't quite get it to ring up here, just go back above the 12th and make sure your picking hand hasn't slipped at all, and try again. Once you get comfortable with the third string, try the other strings as well. Without going into too much detail, the thicker strings will require much more force and contact of your thumb to get a harmonic to sound. The opposite goes for the lighter strings.